Owning a pet is a huge responsibility. They require care and attention as much as a small child, but owning an unusual pet can be a full-time job. The exotic and unusual pet industry is booming, especially as people begin to see pets as an extension of themselves. Because of the pet boom, laws are starting to get stricter about what pets are legal to own, so you need to check before getting any of those unusual pets. If you're thinking about getting a unique pet, there are a few unusual pets that you can own these days. Let's look at the list of the 10 most unusual animals you can have as pets. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe. Number 1. Capybara. If you're fine with owning a rodent as a pet, then a capybara is a good choice. While the capybara is a rodent, it's nothing like a guinea pig or hamster. They are one of the largest rodents in the world, but they sure are cute. They're semi-aquatic animals, so if you're looking to adopt a capybara, they'll definitely need access to water in order to swim around. The capybara grows up to 4 feet long and weighs more than 100 pounds. Although most adorable and sweet, capybaras can be a challenging pet. They do better in groups as they are extremely social animals, so pet owners should avoid getting a single capybara. In short, they're high-maintenance animals, so they need a lot of care and space. This semi-aquatic rodent is legal to own in Texas and Pennsylvania. In some states, they're legal but require licenses. If you don't know whether it's legal in your state, check with your local registration before deciding to bring home a capybara as a pet. Number 2. FENNEC foxes. Yes, it's legitimately legal to own your own fox. Although most foxes usually make bad pets, the FENNEC fox is an excellent pet to own. FENNEC foxes are tiny desert foxes that are technically wildlife. That being noted, they don't take as well to domestic spaces as others on this list. They can't be trained, but they are adorable, have big ears, and owners tell us that they tend to act a lot more like cats rather than dogs. The FENNEC fox is playful, requires a lot of exercise, and poses no threat to public safety. When fully grown, your FENNEC fox will be about the weight and size of a Chihuahua, and they also look a lot like a real-life Pokemon. Partly because of the Pokemon resemblance and the fact that they're so rare, they make the list of the most unusual pets to own in the US. Number 3. Skunks. Of all the most unusual pets to own on this list, skunks might be one of the most notorious. You might think that they're disgusting and don't deserve to be inside a home. In many states throughout the US, skunks are actually totally legal to own. Most commonly, states will require you to descent the skunk before you have it as a pet. Owning a skunk means that you may have a bit of a problem with keeping it indoors. They tend to dig into things and claw at wooden floors, but they can be trained. Due to bad eyesight though, if the skunk wanders away, it also won't come back home. A skunk makes an excellent pet, of course, if you have their scent glands removed. However, you should be dedicated to the skunk because they can't be released into the wild when their scent glands are removed. A pet skunk is easy to take care of. After they're trained, this adorable animal requires little care. Number 4. Coatimundi. You're not alone if you don't know what a coatimundi is. The fact that it's so rare makes it a seriously exotic animal to try and domesticate. This bear-raccoon hybrid-looking creature is an animal that's local to Central and South America. Though coatimundis are wild animals, they actually take fairly well to domestication. According to owners, they're incredibly playful and tend to have a lot of activity. Often likened to having a furry 2-year-old, coaties might be one of the most fun, yet low-maintenance pets to have in your house. Even if they are low-maintenance and cool, it's hard to deny that a coatimundi is definitely one of the most unusual pets to own anywhere in the world. Number 5. Wallabies. A wallaby is a small or mid-sized macropod native to Australia and New Guinea. Wallabies, as most people will tell you, are a lot like mini kangaroos. They belong to the same taxonomic family as kangaroos, but kangaroos are specifically categorized into the 6th largest species of the family. They're popular among fans as exotic pets, and it's easy to see why. They weigh up to 5 kilograms. Very few states in the United States allow you to have them as pets. Also, wallabies really need a lot of space in order to move around, otherwise they may get aggressive. If you have the space for a wallaby then, by all means, you can have one. They're cute, loving, and bouncy fluff balls that will guarantee that you have one of the most unusual pets to own in your state. Number 6. Miniature donkey. More than 3 million people in America own equine animals. A large portion of that includes miniature donkeys. Shrek and Fiona might have accepted a donkey into their family in the popular animated movie Shrek, but can you? If you are, then you won't have to look for too much because they're easy to find. But don't let the name fool you. Mini donkeys aren't tiny. They're about 3 feet tall and weigh between 200 and 350 pounds at maturity. Mini donkeys have needs similar to those of full-size donkeys. Plenty of hay, grain, fresh water, and access to a fenced pasture with dry shelter. They also require regular vaccines and should have their hooves trimmed every 2 to 3 months. They live a more happy life with other donkeys, so if you're looking forward to owning a miniature donkey, get ready to have a pair. They can require a lot of care and land to roam on, but it's sure one hell of an unusual pet to have. Number 7. Hedgehogs. According to the data, the sales in hedgehogs in the United States went up after 1991, after the release of the famous game Sonic the Hedgehog, and people never got tired of them either. Hedgehogs are commonly mistaken for small porcupines, but the two species are not related. Hedgehogs can vary in size from ½ pounds to 1½ pounds. Hedgehogs are generally low-maintenance, gentle pets. Wild hedgehogs eat insects, but you can buy hedgehog mixes at pet stores that are specifically formulated for these spiny creatures that supplement their diet with insects like crickets as treats. For a hedgehog, you would need a cage which is 30 by 24 inches. It should also include an exercise wheel. Hedgehogs love that, and we love seeing them exercise too. It is illegal to own a hedgehog in some states like New York and Washington, D.C., so check your city's and state's laws before purchasing one. You should also make sure you can locate a vet in your area that will treat hedgehogs when needed. A hedgehog can make a good pet if you're committed to weekly weight checks to ensure that it's not eating too much or too little. They can get fat real quick. Number 8. Pot-bellied pig. If you're thinking it's the 1-ton pig you find on pig farms, then you're wrong. Pot-bellied pig is a smaller breed of pigs which make really good pets. George Clooney famously cared for a pot-bellied pig named Max for more than 18 years. These squealers are relatively odor-free and easy to train. Police departments have even used pot-bellied pigs as drug sniffers because of their trainability and the fact that they have an amazing sense of smell. Pot-bellied pigs are very close to dogs when it comes to behavior. They're good at guard and can also be trained to live with old people. They have a tendency to become obese, so it's important to maintain a balanced diet and make sure they get plenty of exercise. Potbellies are considered intelligent and affectionate animals, but they might not make great pets for everyone. The potbelly likes to be the center of attention, so one pig is enough for any family. Number 9. Serval. Even though the serval is not an ideal pet for everyone, it's an incredibly beautiful exotic cat that comes from Africa. It is not the same as a simple cat. Servals aren't typically aggressive, but they can be difficult to own as they're still considered wild. These beautiful animals can be very affectionate, but they have survival instincts that you may not be able to train. It is legal to own a serval in almost half of the states in America. In some states like North Carolina and West Virginia, you can own one without a license required. You can obtain a license to own a serval in states like Montana, Texas, Arizona, Mississippi, etc. It is illegal to own one of these big cats in many other states, so if you're looking forward to owning one, don't forget to check if your city and state laws allow it. Number 10. Chimpanzee. They are adorable, but they can be a difficult pet to have. A chimpanzee's lifespan can be upwards of 50 years, meaning you're signing up for a lifelong commitment to raising this wild animal. Not many in the world can do it. A male chimp can grow to be around 150 pounds and is at least twice as strong as humans. Chimps really do belong in the wild, but if you're properly trained and have experience around primates, you may be in luck. Owning a chimpanzee is illegal in most states throughout the United States, but you may be able to obtain a license to own one in a few states like Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, and Rhode Island. They are legal to own in many other countries too, but again, they are difficult pets to have. That's our list of the 10 most unusual pets ever. What's the most unusual pet you've owned? Tell us in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel.